It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and if you're the type who can't wait to get into the holiday spirit, we've got some festive news. From spooky to merry, sweet countdowns to fresh baked goodness, we're covering all the ways you can make the holiday season extra special. And joining us now with the top tested products is Senior Director of Content Operations from BestReviews.com, Jacob Palmer. Jacob, always good to see you.
Jess, thanks so much for having me. We've got a fun blend of things today, so I'm excited to let people know how they can prepare, how they can do it like a pro. Because listen, I've basically had it all set. I could just plaster up the tree right now and be ready to go.
Amazing. Yeah, we're transitioning from spooky season to the holidays pretty quickly, and one of our favorite big box stores is doing that as well.
So Spirit Halloween, right? They've kind of like a meme. They're everywhere. You know, any dark space that isn't occupied, all of a sudden is Spirit Halloween. They're taking it a step further now, and they're making a Spirit Christmas pop-up store. It's happening in a lot of states across the country, and last year there was only about 8 states that ran it. This year they're going to have 20, and so they are now getting into the Christmas game. You got the real estate. Why don't we fill it up with some Christmas items? And so as you see on the screen, they're going to have the animatronics you can put into your yard. They're going to have some ornaments, some ugly sweaters, basically all of the things that you would want to be able to really sell it from your front yard that you have the holiday spirit.
Amazing. I love this because, you know, to think about those stores just being empty, nothing there for a whole year, like, why don't we just bring the holiday spirit to keep going? I love this.
I'll tell you what, I know a lot of people that don't really love the spookiness of Halloween, so let's bring some cheer in there. I wonder if it even works. Do they have to air it out? You know, these are the questions that I have about Spirit Halloween turning to Spirit Christmas.
A little bit of incense in there, yeah, to get the holiday spirit brought in. I love it. All right, well, something else I'm seeing everywhere is advent calendars for everything. You know, which ones are the ones that we should be paying attention to?
So, Jess, it's a great question for a few reasons. Number one, at BestReviews.com, we have the data about what people are shopping for. And every year, it would blow your mind to know how popular advent calendars are. And so there's a few different kinds now, because when we were kids, it was just, you get a piece of chocolate, maybe you get a toy, who knows? But now they have it niched down to every single interest. And so one for an adult that we love, and it's like super trendy, it's the Bon Maman advent calendar. I think I nailed it. Don't give me too much credit yet. I think I nailed it. But it basically comes with jars of jam that you would use every morning. So if you're a huge croissant fan, you know, you need a sweet breakfast, it gives you a different flavor of jam every single morning for you to dig into. As you can see, you know, we tested it last year. It was a lot of fun. And I mean, I'm not a sweet breakfast kind of guy, but for the people that are, it's like the best thing you could possibly get them. Now for the kids, obviously there's Bluey. There's Bluey everything all the time, right? And so the Bluey advent calendar is probably the most popular advent calendar that we've seen so far this time. It comes with a bunch of different items within there. You can get toys of the characters in it. It gives you little activities, you know, and as the father of a 3-year-old daughter, this is probably going to be more my speed than the jam one, because we already have the Bluey board game, and this is just a natural next step to get ready for the holiday season.
Yeah, amazing. You know what, when I was a kid, I remember getting these every so often, and when I did, it was the best thing in the world. And I think that's why they're still so popular today. We're all adults and we still want these advent calendars. So.
It makes you build up the holiday spirit like so naturally, because every day you have to withhold a little bit of that excitement and then you get it all at once. And so there's something for everybody, even for adults. If you want to get a beauty advent calendar, Ulta has a bunch of those options as well.
Yeah, and it really lets the kids know when Christmas is coming. They know that when they get to that last one and you're doing one a day, that's when it's here. So right. Amazing. Okay, what about for anyone, you know, that maybe wants to do something in the kitchen for the holidays?
So there's one trend that's really taken off, and we saw the first wave of this during the pandemic. Everybody got out their Dutch oven, everybody called somebody who had a sourdough starter, and they started to make their own bread. Well, people don't have that same amount of time at home anymore, but they still want to make their own bread. There's a lot of this movement of looking at what is in your ingredient list, and a lot of people aren't happy with what they see being sold with bread because there's so many preservatives in it. There's just a lot of ingredients for something that really only requires flour, water, you know, maybe an egg. And so what we love now at Best Reviews is the Naretva bread maker. We've been testing this one, and it makes it so easy. It gives you that experience of the homemade bread that we had over the pandemic, but you don't have to sit around at home. You basically just put in your flour, you put in your water, you put in your yeast, you do it in a certain order, and then you use one of the presets on it, and then depending on how long it'll take, you'll have at the end of it your own bread. So we've made a lot of different, you can make a French loaf with it, you can make your own sandwich bread with it. It's really amazing because it also just ensures that you have that control over what you and your family are eating that day. You know, it even comes with different attachments so you can have your own crust on the top. You know, so if you wanted to sprinkle some walnuts across the top or maybe some dried fruit or something like that, you can also do that. So it also, the one thing that I don't want to undersell, it makes your house smell nice.
Of course, I was going to bring that up.
If that's the only thing you're buying it for, it's $100 and some well spent because it makes your house smell nice. And in my house where we've been testing it, we ended up buying one for ourselves because now we have our own Sunday tradition. We make our bread. Now we have a loaf of bread to start the week with.
I love that. And you know what? That would also be the perfect gift to give anyone. If you're bringing a fresh loaf of freshly baked bread over to anyone, they would love that. Your house is going to smell good, and then you are the hero in everyone's book this holiday.
And we've got a bunch of different options for you to check out on BestReviews.com where we cover the best bread makers. Just search for it in the top right, and then you can find the right one for you and your family. All
right, Jacob, thank you so much. I look forward to all of your recommendations as we are going through this holiday season.
Jess, we're literally just getting started.
We are. Thank you, Jacob. Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. For more on these products and others, you can head to BestReviews.com or scan the QR code that you see right there on your screen.